Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Kevin Plays LOTRO. Today we are continuing on in the Fate of Gundabad expansion. We are at Watcher's Roost. We're gonna kick some Agmarian booty. What happened last time? We saw the Agmarium stole, I think it was an anvil or something from the Gloomingtarn, which is the awakening spot of Durin the Deathless. And now one of the dwarves wants us to take vengeance upon the Agmarium and kill 101 of them. But first we're going to do this quest, Pilgrimage to Abkanaban, because I think there's some other quests in that same area. Spall has gone north to Lugana with his warriors. You should travel to Luganella and meet Spall and Hersegg, which is around that same area. So we will do that. We will see what they want. Okay, and I also like to invite you, if you happen to like the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Alright, let's get to it. Let's see here. Alright, I'm going to type something in chat real quick. Set that as quest guide focus. Alright, let's find Spall and Hersegg. I just passed him, didn't I? Among other warriors of Hermith Stormhammer's expedition, Spall and Hersegg stand before Luganala. Alright, talk to Spall. There's Hersegg. There is Spall.
Long live Thorin Stonehelm! Long live Durin Stonehelmson!
Ah, there you are, Florisita. I was beginning to wonder if Lord Stormhammer forgot to mention where I'd gone, but no matter. Look out across the lake, my friend. Isn't Abkanaban beautiful? Spall gestures to the massive island which rises out of the waters of Durth Uzarum. His eyes are aglow with excitement and awe. It is the Stone of Awakening. It is said that it was upon these stones where Durin the Deathless first awoke, first of the seven fathers. What a sight to behold! Few Longbeards have been so fortunate to make such a pilgrimage, but would you accompany me? You tell Spall that Lord Stormhammer has asked you to aid Hersegg and the other warriors. I see. That is a shame, my friend, but I do understand. I shall continue my studies here, then, for a time before crossing the span. But I do hope you get to visit the stone before you depart Gloomingtarn. Let's see what Spall has.
Hail, friend!
Stop casting stones into dirt. Oh, this is similar to the Longbeards casting stones in the that lake just outside of Moria. But anyway, but before you go, have you seen those dwarves casting stones into the Gloomingtarn and Longbeards no less, to desecrate the caverns where Durin the Deathless first awoke, and in such a manner? It is unthinkable. I would be a mind to reprimand them myself, but it seems I've already made something of a reputation for myself among the dwarves of Lord Stormhammer's expedition. Why, I've even overheard them call me names. Spald the Stuffy they call me. Better stuffy than disrespectful, I say. Even so, something must be done. Would you tell those dwarves to stop casting stones into Dirth Uzarum? There will be time enough for idle amusement when the mountain home is reclaimed. Okay. And there's Hersegg. Let's see what Hersegg has for us.
Need is dire.
Alright, Florisita. It's time we figured out just what the Iron Crown are after. Before you arrived, I spotted a small encampment to the north. It seems the Iron Crown have a few such camps leading down into Gloomingtarn from the Clovengap, but this one appears to be the largest of them, aside from Lochan, although we haven't been able to recover any of them. I have seen the Angmarium of the Iron Crown carrying scroll cases. If they don't stop after stealing the black stone anvil, who knows what else they might seek to pilfer. Scout the encampment to the north and see if you can't find one of these scroll cases, Florisita. We've got to know what they're up to and what they found. Okay. And then... How many? 6 dour hands. Let's see. Oh, I think they're down here. We'll do this real quick. Ooh, Scarn. Yeah. Last time I saw dwarves doing this, the Watcher of the Water came out of the water and oh yeah, I remember that. The Watcher of the Water came out of the water and attacked us all. So stop it. Stop it, you dwarves. Very well, I sought to get back to work anyway. Yeah, I was looking at this and I was like, oh, I would wonder where that was going, but it goes up to the Gloomingtarn, of course. So, alright, let me see here. More this way. Oh, hold on. Remove quest guy focus. Yeah, I have to go back this way for the rest of the doors. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, now they're on the other side? I'm not doing that yet. We'll do that later. We'll do this. Now we'll go over here. We're going to scout this area. Excuse me? One Angmarium dead. Ha 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 ha. Oops, that was a wasted skill. Whee! Kill them all! Uh-oh. Deliver the case. Well, let's finish off these guys. Alright. Deliver the scroll case to Hersegg.
Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
What did you find, Floresita? Ah, give that here. Hersegg opens the scroll case and begins reading the notes and research collected by the Iron Crown and Gloomingtarn. Oh, I don't like the sound of this at all. Alright, let me see.
Durin's folk shall endure.
Okay, I hit the wrong button and I started streaming instead of recording. So, okay, so here's where we're at. We're on chapter 8.5 of Saw That Clovengap. Hopefully I can recover the stream and record it again and put it into this video, but we will see. I don't know where it's streamed to. That's the funny thing. So we will see. But anyway. I'm supposed to record, not stream. Oh well. Okay, so I already read this. No, I did not. Okay. Talk to Broen on the lakeshore. Okay, so assault on Clovengap. Okay. So they're trying to find the Agmarium who stole the anvil that was on the Gloomingtarn. That is the site where during the Deathless arose. Alright, so let's continue on. Oh, okay. Okay. My dog likes to bark at cats outside and thinks it's very important and to have me to come along and say, hey, get away, cats. But anyway. Alright. It is no easy matter to move such a thing, Floresita, and legend says of the black stone anvil that it was heavier than other such tools. The solidity imbued weapons hammered upon it with similar qualities, and it is said that no weapon Durin ever crafted upon the black stone anvil and in the white stone forge could be turned away unless it be by armor forged from the same. If the Angmarium have taken it, they must have taken it across the lake by boat and hauled it north on ropes into Clovengap. We would have seen signs of its passage had they dared take it south or east, and we did not. I suggest we investigate Clovengap, and perhaps we will learn for what purpose the cultists sought to steal such a relic of our history. Is my cousin with us? Will Broen consent to leave Fastrith behind? This expedition will be dangerous.
I see no reason to leave Fastrith behind if she is willing to risk the dangers.
If Bori were to look around him, he would see no sign of hearth or home nearby. We are far from the lonely mountain, and I say Fastrith has already proven herself more than his equal in courage. Broen's eyes flash dangerously, and you wonder for how long this declaration has been brewing.
I think I will come along.
After all, if I do not keep Broen from stumbling into the dangers that wait for him in that direction, who will do so? There is also the matter of my apprenticeship. I have not yet searched Clovengap for the Zabadabin sought by my master, and it is only a matter of time before he gets it into his head that they must surely lie with him. Lead on, I say. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna travel to the Clovengap. Alright.
I did not mean to offend, and I hope I have not.
Let us all remain friends as we venture into Clovengap. Bori lowers his voice and speaks only to you. They cannot be helped, Floresita. He is smitten beyond aid, and she is reckless to a fault. I do not know which is more hopeless. We will have to keep our eyes on them as we adventure, for our safety and ours. Anyway, onward. Okay. Okay, I have a milestone anyway to get back.
This is the way to Akrakir, the ladder gardens of Gundabad. They were renowned for their beauty. Let us hope they have not been despoiled.
Remain alert, Floresita. None of us must be blinded by the beauty of Akrakar, for we are here to learn where the Angmarium have stolen the black stone anvil of my people. Follow the dwarves into Clovengap. Maybe I should get off my goat. There's a Lorg corpse. Sparked by the smells of sorcery. Oh my goodness. This warg was not slain by dwarf axes or swords then. Aye, I see the dwarf sparks. Fire it was that killed this beast. He faces Bosi and raises his voice. I will lead us from here, father. Follow me. Ooh, an Angmarium corpse. That's interesting. So I guess I face this way. You too, Floresita. Wargs are as smart as they are ferocious, and I expect this hunting pack to attempt to encircle us. They may attack from many directions, and we must be prepared to defend ourselves. Bosi must not be defeated. Yes. Steady, steady. I don't know why I started running to her. I just clicked it. We should make camp before another warg pack finds us. They will not have forgotten the death of Ranular upon the very threshold of the mountain home. That was the doing of dwarves, but it was Gorgar that commanded the warg chieftain to battle. Until we have a better foothold in Gundabad, this is their territory, not ours. But one day it will be ours again.
The wargs will return, and in greater numbers.
We must remain cautious while we set up camp and be ready for anything.
While we work, perhaps you can quiet some of the warg voices.
That troubled the stillness, Florisita. Renular's brothers and sisters will not abandon their efforts to avenge him upon us, would we in their position? You know we would not. I ask that you also keep your eyes open for the missing black stone anvil or some sign of its passage. Be not blinded by the beauty of the once verdant ladder gardens. We are here for a purpose and should see it done. Bosi chuckles. I know you would not be distracted so, Florisita. I was speaking more to myself than to you. Not since Khazad-dûm have I seen such beautiful terraces and, it does not matter. Good fortune to go with you, my friend. When you return, perhaps we will know where next to search. Alright. We're going to do that later, because we are going back. Remove. We got to scout Lochan with Hersegg. So, where's the nearest horsey? Where am I at? Oh, right here. To Gloomingtarn. Yeah, I'm just gonna ride back. If I could find it. Get back on the road. The road's that way. Yep, road's right here. Alright. There's dwarves right here. Okay. But that's not the road. Alright, let's see what else we have. Oh, it's repeatable. Okay. Guess that's it. Yep. Cart Bronic. What else do I have? Oh, war dispatches. Okay. Alright. What? Ooh. Let's loot those. Okay. Where are we at? Where are these? Essence box, good. Put that there. And then battle frenzy cool down. Oh, okay. Same as no, that's fight on. Okay, cool. That's bracing attack. Frenzy. Okay. Alright, cool. Alrighty. That's it. Defeat Igmarium of the Iron Crown at Lochan. Okay. Doesn't say how many. 12. Okay. Oh, and Hersegg has a quest.
Gundabad will be ours once
It's
more.
worse than I thought, Florcita. There must be 100 of them all told. Hersegg looks around Lochan and her eyes stop when she spots a small metal cage. Ukrash? What use could these men possibly have for them? More importantly, someone must be leading this expedition here in Lochan, and they will know what the Iron Crown has planned for Gloomingtarn. I have an idea, Florcita, but it might be a bit risky. Okay.
What news do you bring?
Do you see those traps, Florcita? It looks like these men have been capturing the Ukrash to use them against us. I don't know how they managed to control them, but it must be some old sorcerer's trick of Angmar. To actually tame the Ukrash, you might as well try to tame the sea. If we were to free the Ukrash, we might overwhelm them before they discover what's happening right under their noses. Come on. Okay. Let's grab this limestone first. Okay. Another quest? No, I guess not. Seriously? Where'd he come from? Must respawn. Is there a cage over here? Oops, that was the wrong thing. Alright. Oops. Okay, we killed all the Miriam. Oh, come on, Hersegg. Oh well. There's 2 more Yerkrish I need to free. There's one. Oh, defeat the commander. There's a keeper. Come on. All right. Okay, I guess the commander's this way. There we go.
Gundabad will be ours once more.
Defeat the commander. Where's the commander at? Ah, they don't give a little quest ring. What does this say? Get him, your crash. Okay, gotta find the commander. Here. Dismiss. Ah, this way. Maybe. Or I'm just in between. Maybe this way. Uh-oh! Was the commander, where would he be? He or she would be. Let's get this guy. Alright. Probably not by the gate. Probably in a big tent somewhere. I would say there. guess this way. Huh, what's this? Oh. Yay, 5 LOTRO points. Okay. Oh, there's Lochan right there. Well, let's go there. I mean, shoot. It says I'm there. Let's go where that flag's at. Oh, he's probably inside the tent. Alright, let's go this way. Can't see! Can't see! Alright. Let's just fight blindly. Yay! There we go. And I did that blind. Ooh, and sandstone. Alright, let's find somewhat of a safe place.
Hail, friend.
Ha, that worked better than I hoped. Yeah, right. Now then, let's have a look at this. Hersegg produces a scroll case she recovered from the Iron Crown commander and begins to read it. Her eyes widen as she looks to you. It seems these Agmarium have discovered an ancient passage here in Gloomingtarn, and if these notes are to be believed, they suspect it was an early dwelling of Durin the Deathless, the eldest house, if such a thing can truly be. Among these writings were orders demanding that the passage, which they have named Lorg, which I could not enter, be excavated and their findings gathered before the arrival of their master, Abkanaban from Carbonic. From what I can tell, Lorg must lie somewhere within Lochan. We must find it, Floresy, to prevent the Iron Crown from defiling it. Okay. And we shall. Alright. If I'd known better, I would have just gone there, I guess, to open it. Since that seemed a pretty safe place to get away from these guys. Here we go. Within you hear distant Agmarian voices. Oh, come on. Come on.
Gundabad will be ours once more.
I can't be sure it was their doing, but it looks like the men of the Iron Crown have used some of the old crystal lamps to light the way deeper into the cavern. At least we won't have to fumble around in the dark. Whatever they uncovered must be something of great power or worth, Floresita, and that worries me. I know, Floresita, perhaps this is not the wisest course, but there's no time. If the Angmarium have found something at Min Lorg, we must stop them before they can steal whatever it is away from Mount Gundabad. If not, at least we'll have succeeded in driving a few of them off. Are you with me? Yes. Ha! I knew I could count you, Floresita. Come on.
Within the deepest reaches of Gloomingtarn, the Angmarim of the Iron Crown have unwittingly discovered a long-forgotten passage rumored to lead to the first house of Durin the Deathless.
Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
Look what the Angmarium have done to this place, Floresita. It is terrible. No matter what they have planned, we must put a stop to it. And not just for the Gabilica. The Iron Crown is defiling the very heritage of the Longbeards. I just hope we're not too late. Let's do it. Alright, go ahead and tank Hersegg. I'll take these two guys. A cool looking hallway there. Oh, there we go. Talk to Hersegg.
Yes?
What is this place, my friend? Hersegg glances around the entry of what appears to be an ancient dwelling in the caverns of Gloomingtarn. It looks nearly untouched, Floresita, but how can that be so? Neither orc nor dwarf have walked these halls in thousands of years, and yet is neatly kept as any dwelling in the lonely mountain. Perhaps the notes of the Iron Crown were not, so far from the truth after all. Could it truly be that Durin the Deathless once dwelt within this house? We cannot allow the Angmarium lay claim to it. Oh, not Thraston. Oh. After spying something in distance, Hersegg quietly calls you over. Over here, Florcita, but quietly now. Okay.
Aye?
Another dwarf? What's he doing here? Hersegg looks at the Angmarian standing over an old dwarf. Let's listen for a moment and see if we can't learn more, Florcita. But if they even hint that they're going to harm him, I'm not going to let that happen. Well, what do we... Oh, how do we reignite the White Forge, huh? Dot, dot, dot. What has happened? Who are you? And how did you come to this place? You introduce yourself to the old dwarf and explain that the Angmarium of the Iron Crown discovered the old delving after gaining entry to Gloomingtarn. It should not be so, and yet it is. I am Thraston. You ask Thraston if he can stand. The old dwarf nods weakly.
Aye?
Of all the things I thought we might find in Lorg, another dwarf was not among them. It won't be long before the Iron Crown discovers what has happened, and despite his age, Thraston looks a hale enough dwarf. We should leave this place while we still can. Oh, there they are. Who is that? The commander. We're cut off, Florcita. The only way out is through these Angmarium, and we're outnumbered. Hersegg glances at Thraston. Stay back, Thraston. We'll protect you no matter what. So you're not supposed to even tell she's a female dwarf. Hardly even had to do anything. Okay. Florcita, are you alright? When you and Hersegg did not return, my warriors feared the worst and from what I can tell, that was very nearly the case. Who is this now? You tell Hermit Stormhammer you discovered a dwarf named Thraston and captured by the Miriam and Min Lorn. Very well, let us speak more of this at Watcher's Roost, and I shall have to have words with my granddaughter as well. Thank you, Florisita. Hersegg is fortunate that you were with her. If you were not, I fear things might have gone differently. She is a proud Longbeard, but the Iron Crown is too great a foe for her or any other to face alone. However, it seems the two of you have made a most curious discovery, and I am not certain what to make of it. To my knowledge, there is not a single dwarf among the Gabalakan named Thraston. You see, Florisita, unless Thraston was with us before the Iron Crown captured him, it is nearly impossible that he should have found his way this deep into Mount Gundabad. Even when the Abkanaban breached the mountain home during the Sixth War of the Dwarves and Orcs, we ventured no further than Madagard. Even King Thrain deemed the deep scrape too perilous to cross, and after all, Azog had yet to be slain. Perhaps he entered in the years that followed, but to elude the orcs as far as Zaran Mechem on his own is beyond the skill or luck of any dwarf I have ever known, or that he could have dwelt here since the time of Durin the Deathless? Impossible. Only Durin himself was so long lived among the dwarves. I cannot make any sense of it, my friend. If he is truly of Durin's folk, Thraston must answer for himself. Question Thraston, Florisita, speak to him, and learn what you can. Oh, he looks sad. Thraston does not appear to notice your presence. He mumbles inaudibly to himself for a moment, then falls silent. Hail, Thraston! The old dwarf turns his head slowly, and his gaze falls upon you. Thraston raises his hand to greet you, but remains silent. You ask Thraston how he came to dwell with him Mount Gundabad. After a long pause, he begins to speak, but his voice is grovelly and weak. I do not remember. You ask Thraston if he was among the Abkanaban of Thrain during the Sixth War of the Dwarves and Orcs. He shakes his head solemnly, but his face betrays a pained expression. The memories... It is as if they are not mine. Even this name, I gave it to myself. It was so long ago. Well, maybe he's Durin the Deathless himself. Well, we will calm him. After a moment, Thraston shakes his head uneasily. I am sorry. I wish I could remember, but I cannot. A chill has taken these old bones. Thraston shivers uncomfortably. I have been too long from the Shaper's Hearth. What were you able to learn from Thraston, Florisita? You tell Hermit Stormhammer what little knowledge you gleaned from Thraston's words. You mentioned that the dwarf appears to be suffering from a strange ailment, but you suspect that he wishes to travel to Abkanaban, the Stone Awakening. Ah, I see. I am afraid I now only have more questions on my mind. As for the Shaper's Hearth, could Thraston be speaking of the White Stone Forge? Although we still do not know the truth of how Thraston came to dwell in Mount Gundabad, I am inclined to aid him, especially now that he seems to have taken ill. If any good can come from his return to Abkanaban, I shall not keep him from it. Let us. A scout's sudden arrival interrupts your conversation. The scout hands Hermit the missive, and Hermit begins to read it. After a moment, his brow furrows in concern. It seems we are fated to travel to Abkanaban this day, Florisita. I have just received word that the Miriam of the Iron Crown have gathered their forces and now make for the Stone of Awakening. To see the sacred place of Durin's awakening to these wicked men, it would be unthinkable. Let us go, all of us, and put an end to the Iron Crown's plans for Gloomingtarn. Let's do it.
At Abkanaban, the Stone of Awakening, the young Marim of the Iron Crown seek to master the White Forge of Durin the Deathless. forever defiling the hallowed caverns of Gloomingtarn.
At last we come to Abkanaban, the Stone Awakening. But it appears the Agmarium of the Iron Crown arrived sooner than we expected. Sooner than we supposed. We have broken their numbers upon the span, but I fear that is not the last of them. Others of their order must have gone ahead in search of the White Stone Forge, but we cannot allow them to lay claim to it. I have my misgivings that Spall and Thraston are prepared for the coming battle, but it seems there are little choice for us now but to press onward. When they are prepared, we shall strike against the Iron Crown.
Aye?
Lord Stormhammer need not concern himself with my safety, Florisita. As soon as I passed beyond the warding rooms at Zara Meckham, I understood what peril might await me in Gloomingtarn, and to be quite honest, I would sooner die than allow Ironcrown to defile the Stone Awakening. I will wield my axe as best I can, my friend. Let us hope it is enough. These stones are familiar to me, Florisita. My memories seem clearer the nearer we draw to the Shaper's hearth. I came here once. I came with Durin. Thraston trails off and begins mumbling to himself for a moment. After a moment, he grips his smithing hammer tightly. I must return. Everyone's prepared then? Good. There's little time to waste. Let's kill them all! Oh.
I do not believe the Angmarium are the sort to make empty threats, but we have claimed the Whitestone Forge, at least for the moment. If we have truly been led into a trap, it will not be long before it is sprung. In the meantime, escort Thraston to the Whitestone Forge. Even if our doom is soon to follow, I would do right by him and honor an old dwarf's last request. I and the others will prepare to make our stand as hopeless as it may. Something stirs within me, Florisita, but I know not what it is. All I know is that the Shaper's hearth beckons to me. It is as if I were a stray ember returning to the forge. Will you accompany me up the old stairs, friend? Sure. As if an answer, the ancient force springs to life at your approach. I understand, Florisita. I see all that the Shaper wished of me. That I labored as a servant of the great forge long before Durin lay dreaming beneath Mount Gundabad. And when my task was finished, so too did I rest for many years of the world. The time of my awakening has come, and my long slumber is at its end. Fear not what you will soon behold, my friend. You will come to no harm, and neither will I. Durin is returned at last, and the will of my lord in the uttermost west shall be done. Farewell, Florisita. As the flames fade around you, an imposing figure appears where Thraston stood. The forged servant. Hail, Florisita. I am the forged servant, Tamander, wrought anew by the will of the Shaper, the first crafter, he who made the dwarves. And invaders ran rampant upon the stone awakening, but no longer. By some lesser magic they have come here unhindered, but they cannot oppose me nor my lord in the uttermost west. Though you be not of the Eldest house, you shall be spared my wrath. Right. By Durin's beard, what have we witnessed this day? Florisita, this is beyond all belief. I am not certain what we have just witnessed, Florisita. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would never have believed it. That one of the servants of the first crafter would come to our aid in our hour of need. Hermit Stormhammer's eyes are wide with awe. What better omen of success could Prince Durin and the Gabalica have wished for? Yeah, I'm gonna toss these. Yeah. In the light of what has happened here at Abkanaban, I shall soon have to speak to Prince Durin. That a servant of the first crafter would reveal himself to us is too unbelievable a tale to send by any missive. Only my voice might lend it any credibility, and even so the prince may have to see it with his own eyes. Let us not trouble our new benefactor, Florisita. Our gratitude is enough, I think, and there is greater matters in this world for one of such power to lend his aid. You should speak to the others here and see if they are ready to depart. When that is so, come speak to me again. What is this one?
Our need is dire.
What an adventure, Florisita, from the lonely mountain to Elderslade, and now to the very heart of Mount Gundabad. I am grateful our paths crossed when they did. Perhaps I was a bit too eager to confront the Iron Crown, but it all worked out in the end, didn't it? Hersegg smirks and looks to Tamudar, a victory hard won, and secured with as near a miracle as I have ever seen. The first crafter himself must watch over us here in Mount Gundabad. I will be ready to depart in just a moment, my friend. Why don't you go see if Spall is ready to set out?
What news do you bring?
I hardly know what to say, Florisita. Yeah, he has a good story to tell, doesn't he? Spall gazes up at the white stone forge where Tamudar now stands watch. I have seen more in one day than I dreamt of seeing in a lifetime. As for me, my survey will continue unhindered now that the Iron Crown have been driven out of Gloomingtarn. Who knows what other secrets lie hidden for us to discover? For one, relish the chance to find them. When Lord Stormhammer wishes to depart, I shall be prepared. Despite his stony gaze, Tamudar appears to be pleased at your approach. I'm gonna bow. You can't be certain, but Tamudar appears to smile at your gesture. You need not fear my wrath, Florisita. Approach and let us speak. Long ago, when the Shaper's work was finished, I was bidden to rest beneath Mount Gundabad. In time I awoke as Thrastin, different in form, but alike in mind and spirit, to walk among Durn's folk. In my long years of solitude, the two diverged, and I am now restored. At long last my vigil nears its end, and a new age is soon to dawn. But fear not, I shall ward the Stone of Awakening from all evil that would seek to master it until I am called back to uttermost west. Yet many trials lay ahead for you, little one. Though the darkness has been banished, evil remains in the hearts of men. Only through vigilance shall the beauty and goodness of Middle Earth persist. Okay. Is everyone prepared to depart? Very good, Florisita. Let us return to Watcher's Roost, and at last we can set about undoing the damage the Iron Crown has done. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We could go back to Watcher's Roost. Ah, Florisita, seems our journey through Mount Gundabad shall have more than its fair share of surprises. My expedition and I will see to repairing the damage left by the Iron Crown, and we shall set the echo horns across this great cavern into alignment once more. The warding runes may never again repel our foes, but when the mountain home is ours again and evermore, I hope we find we have no need for them. I am certain Prince Durin and the others shall have need of your aid in the Clovengap and beyond. But I thank you all. Give me a second. I thank you all have done here, my friend. Without your aid, the secrets of our ancestors may well have been forgotten. Brute Kazad for Gundabad. Okay, finish. Oh. Okay, so we have finished the quest in what's this called, Gloomingtarn, and I think we will end the video there. Thank you all for watching. Um, if if you haven't yet, please feel free to hit that like, subscribe, bell notification. And thank you all again for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and see you all next time. Alright, have a good night.